won by the Raptors. Jay, what do you make of the pressure on this franchise? A whole country is watching.
For Masai Ujiri, it's all about outlook because perspective is everything. And pressure makes diamonds, my friend. So if you're Ujiri, you're throwing everything at the wall and you're seeing what sticks. Even hiring old staff members of the San Antonio Spurs who are very good friends with Kawhi Leonard and Jeremy Castleberry over to the staff to try to get him around. Because the goal is to win now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but right now.
Cleans it up, and a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
The ball controlled by Kyle Lowry to Ibaka. Wide open look, won't go.
Look, sometimes it takes a little while to get into the flow of the game. During the next timeout or during the next break in action, take the ball, go shoot it. See the ball go through the net a couple of times.
Brown with the three, with a hand in his face.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Leaving no doubt, slams it down.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Kyrie across the timeline. Leads one. To Hayward. Beyond the arc for three. Shot no good.
Shoot or shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. Raptors have the rebound. Jay, how do you even begin to try and describe the...
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Jay, they're lucky they get the ball back. Irving into the front court. Down two. To Hayward. Fires the three. And the rebound taken down by Green. Kawhi Leonard. Deep two there. Won't go.
He missed that shot on his own. The defense didn't do anything on that play to make him miss.
Danny Green. Nice pass to set things up.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Irving with the basketball. Trailing by 4. To Hayward. From long range. Cleans it up. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. The agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Kyrie Irving at the line. First one goes down. Two for two on that trip.
Way to hit.
Ball's controlled by Lowry. To Danny Green. Here comes the screen. Danny Green to Lowry. Well done, Kyle Lowry. Missed his first. That one goes.
Look, no one was more disappointed in how the 18 season ended than Kyle Lowry. I'm sure he's been playing those games over and over in his mind like a bad nightmare. I would be shocked if we don't see a bigger edge and a bigger chip on his shoulder. Because the reality is, they need to start finding some answers in the 6 and
Heel as the Raptors have it. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Slams it home on the putback.
That's how you punctuate a good first quarter. 3 more left to go, but you've set the momentum for the second.
Valanciunas with the denial.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
First quarter in the books. The Raptors have the lead. Time to turn the page after a close first quarter. Jay, what stood out?
Yeah, both teams have came out, they play, and they've also done an excellent job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure they have to push through that and do more of that in the second quarter.
To Hayward. Horford. To Irving.
Watch that back door.
Runner here. Won't go. Lowry has the basketball. Jumper's good.
I could see the beads of sweat forming when he had to put the ball on the ground there. You still got it, though.
Here's Irving into the front court. Margins 8 to Horford. Knocked loose. Raptors come away with it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
A pass taken away by the Celtics. Into the front court, it's Irving. A minute gone by in this second quarter. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
This game is so mental. Trust me, some nights you get poor effort defensively, you can't make any shots, then you see the ball go in, boom, switch turned on.
Jay, Celtics last year, they make the 7th game of the East Finals without Gordon Hayward, without Kyrie Irving. Brad Stevens now, it's a good challenge to have. He has a lot of players to incorporate.
And it's a great challenge for a genius coach like Brad Stevens. The biggest issue for the Celtics is that they cannot believe the hype, Ed. I've been a guy that stated I think they're going to win the whole thing next year, but they can't drink the Kool-Aid from the media. And I will say this, when you have guys on your team like Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward, I think they will push the younger guys to really help them exceed expectations. That's going to be key.
Boston with the basketball. Hayward. Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
3 points. The assist from number 7.
Kyrie across the timeline. Trailing by 11. Nothing going here on that drive. To Hayward. Irving. Great defense, forcing the miss.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Number 2, Kawhi Leonard.
Nothing going here on that drive. Irving. Tatum. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. To Valanciunas. Lowry. Brown's got the rebound. Hayward to Jaylen Brown. Trying to cash in. Brown shot, no good. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. It's an 11-point game. To Ibaka. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand that next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass.
Danny Green, and a pass stolen by Boston. All right, Ibaka up to block the shot.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
A shot, no good by Green. Desperation shot here from half court. That'll do it for the first half. The Raptors in front.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Raptors have built a comfortable lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Toronto Raptors. The Celtics have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. These are the guys getting buckets for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Missed threes. Player of the half.
Danny Green has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. Ball's controlled by Boston. Irving to Horford. Hayward. They need something to go down. It's no good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
To Irving. Slams it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
To Ibaka. Lowry to Ibaka. Lowry buries it.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Jay, for once, Trader Danny was Danny Ainge. Celtics didn't do that much, but believe it or not, outside of Toronto, Eastern Conference didn't see much change either.
Yeah, they didn't need to do anything if you're the Boston Celtics. You already have all the pieces to the puzzle. Philadelphia wasn't able to land LeBron. LeBron James leaves Cleveland. He goes out to L.A. And Toronto, almost in a Hail Mary trade, ends up getting Kawhi Leonard. And who really knows if he wants to play there and be there emotionally for 1 year? There's no doubt about it. The Celtics are now in the driver's seat.
Celtics have it. Sizing up the defense. Irving, no good. That's great defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Danny Green. That'll get out off the Raptors. Irving into the front court. The deficit now up to 13. That pass taken away by Toronto.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Play is stopped. Timeout Boston as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter.
Fans in our next home game will receive a free team poster. Even better, 3 lucky fans will win a poster that's been signed by the entire team. Show up early for your chance to win.
Irving. Tatum. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
I don't want to use the word streaky, but Jason Tatum tends to score in bunches. Let me tell you how. He's one of the most effective players in the league and most efficient at catching the ball on the move. A lot of players waste time in stationary positions or overindulging in triple threat jabs, but not Jason. He catches the ball directly and goes, which means he's the ideal of smart, decisive basketball.
Inside, he scores.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball, let him prove that it wasn't the D, it was more in his own head.
Tough make through traffic.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Kyrie with the rock. To Jaylen Brown. Takes stock of the floor. Nearly got that one to go. Lowry with it. His guys holding the big lead. Al Horford able to recover with the block. That's his first of the game.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
He throws it down.
I said this on draft night, that Jason Tatum was the most special player in the draft. Granted, I didn't know about Donovan Mitchell, but it's hard to believe that Philadelphia traded this pick away so the Celtics can have a future star.
To Ibaka. For 3, you could see Serge salivate. Wide open, he drills it.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the 3.
Knocked loose. Taken by the Raptors. Lowry, it's been a good night from beyond the arc. He's 5 of 6 from deep.
It's called room and rhythm, Ed. If you don't crowd him defensively, you allow him to have room, he will find that rhythm from behind the arc.
Little R&R has never hurt anybody, Jay. That's the end of the third quarter. The Raptors enjoying a sizable lead. Raptors ball as we get going here in the fourth. And it might be time to empty the bench, Jay. This game appears to be well in hand.
And their starting five has certainly earned the fourth quarter off. They've been terrific this ball game. And this is the type of game where you find a chance to relax. You ice up, you watch your other teammates play, you applaud them, and you get ready for the next game.
Back door, back door.
From the painted area, won't go down.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
To Ibaka. Leonard to Ibaka. Here's Leonard for two. That's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Shot from the lane won't go. Lowry into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Leonard. Off the assist.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Kyle Lowry with the rock.
Don't let him split, don't let him split. Get back in there, get back in there.
It's Tatum with the rebound. Brown into the front court. His guys down big. Irving fires the three. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. Danny Green to Lowry. No, he missed a short one there.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Lowry into the front court. He'll run the offense. Irving with the basketball. Down a bundle. Here's a chance from long range. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen. Lowry. Oh, bad pass, and the Celtics have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Baseline drive. Now a steal as the Raptors have it.
Let's just let the clock run out. We got to get out of here. I got a dinner to go to.
Throws it down. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Toronto has the basketball. Lowry to Ibaka. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team, because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose, but really good habits to gain.
Hayward to Irving.
Watch the cutter, man.
To Horford. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Al Horford at the line. Oops, he missed the first one. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Irving. Off the mark. No good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Could not throw it down. Al Horford with the block. Second block in this quarter. Irving.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Kyrie Irving at the line. Knocks down the first. Knocks down the second free throw. Off the mark. 2 for 3 on this trip. It's the Raptors with the victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Raptors dominated this game from beginning to end. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they scored their points. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Toronto Raptors. The Celtics did not look good in this one, and neither did the score. Losses like this become main discussion topics in the media. So hopefully this team is ready to answer the tough questions. It's not going to be fun. Check out the leading scores for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Three-point shooting.
The Toronto Raptors did their best work away from the basket. They used a combination of perimeter defense and long-range scoring to get themselves the win.
Player of the game.
Lowry gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.